plus à vous qui nous rejoignez à l'instant. Et nous démarrons cette édition d'information avec le lancement du budget pour l'exercice 2025 dans la région du littoral. Nédine Mebouné.
Exactly, Marivan Dongo. As we told you on our headlines, the 2025 state budget has been launched today, the January 15, at the governor's office in Douala. The event is graced by numerous government officials, and the governor is represented by his Secretary General. Presentations of the implementation of the budget of the state, public establishments, and other subsidized institutions are currently ongoing. Figures of the budget and more information of the event outcome will be revealed on later editions of Cameroon Today, of later editions of the News on Dash Television. In the meantime, Cameroon is facing an unprecedented energy crisis as frequent power cuts have become the daily lives of the citizens of Cameroon. Marivan Dongo.
Oui, Nadine Mebounet, nous parlons donc de cette crise énergétique que connaît le Cameroun qui est donc confronté à une crise énergétique sans précédent. On parle de coupures d'électricité récurrentes qui ont un impact économique sur les activités économiques au Cameroun et même sur les Camerounais. Nous parlerons de cela dans quelques instants, Nadine Mebounet. Le temps de passer à la réforme du code électoral, le président de la République, Paul Biya, qui affirme n'avoir jamais reçu une proposition de l'opposition.
Exactly, Marivan Dongo. The national president of the Democratic Union of Cameroon has published a press release, which she explains the contours of the exchange with the Cameroonian head of state. And she reiterates that Paul Biya has specified that he had not been informed of the proposed reform to the electoral code submitted by the platform for consensual reform in 2021. Bonhilda Dashako has the details of that story.
Last Friday, during the ceremony of presenting greetings to the head of state, a brief exchange between the President of the Republic and Tamoen Dam Joya was noted. Joya, who was at the head of the delegation of political parties represented in the National Assembly of Cameroon. The President of the UDC has just published a press release in which she explains that the head of state specified that he had not been informed of the proposal to reform the electoral code submitted by the platform for consensual reform. For a member of civil society, a discharge would have better supported the honorable member's remarks. Rojik Lanjekwega from the civil society.
I would have preferred that the outgoing president of the UGC provide a discharge of a deposited document at the presidency, because effectively a document have to deposited at the presidency. I would have preferred first of all to see the discharge by Africa in order to provide this communique.
The information given to the head of state seems to be filtered.
The President of the Republic didn't receive the document deposited by the opposition platform and the civil society. It should be noted that this document was deposited for more than a year and is a problem. This simply means that the information from the head of state was filtered by his collaborators, and this causes a major preoccupation that the head of state wouldn't present himself again in the 2025 presidential election.
Alex Yagwa says that the president no longer seems to be the most informed.
We should say that the president have to be well informed on the things happening in the country. How come is that a document is being deposited without his intention, and we all know all what has been rendered on the electoral code with press conferences? Does it mean that the president does not follow information, or his collaborators chooses to hide him this information?
Rojik Lanjekwega, according to the press release from the electoral representative of the people, the President of the Republic affirmed to be open to all requests coming from the people.
Well, Bonhilda Dashako reporting there. Now we talk health this news because On tour in the city of Douala, the Minister of Public Health has assessed the emergency medical system, SAMU, in the littoral region. During a meeting with stakeholders in the region's medical sector, Manauda Malashi urged that procedures be strengthened for a more proactive emergency service. Launched in June 2024, the system, which is an experimental phase in some hospitals in the city, has already received more than 5,000 emergency calls, 4.3% of which were requests for assistance. On the sidelines of this meeting, the Minister of Public Health has made an unannounced visit in a health center in the city. Let's listen to the Minister, Manauda Malashi, in this selected excerpt by Linda Obumneke.
We shared the first meeting with the regional director of OMS Afro. So in this meeting, as you know, we have an elected RD in August 2024, but unfortunately he got. So I think we are now in the process to do another election and to have another RD. So we have completely agree with a special procedure to elect this RD again, and we are going to do it finally in May when we go the World Health Organization will take his National Assembly. So I think General Assembly, I mean. The second meeting I share this morning is the evaluation of our medical regulation in this region. We have run this project, and we just do an evaluation to have difficulties and to have the forces of our project. And I think up to now we have several difficulties according to the financement of this project, and the imbalances which cannot be sufficient to run the project very recently. But I think we have agreed that we are going to do more efforts and to call for the private sector to come and invest in this project in order to secure our compatriots in this region.
You just listened to Minister Manauda Malashi, and now we get the full details of that, as the minister is satisfied with the emergency medical aid system in Douala after evaluating the first result of the implementation phase. Let's turn to Linda Obumneke, who followed the minister for the full report.
Before kicking off his evaluation tour in Douala, Minister Manauda Malashi participated via video conference in a working session of the World Health Organization. On the agenda, the Minister of Public Health, alongside his counterparts, discussed the future of WHO Africa Regional Office following the death of the elected regional director, Dr. Faustin Dugulile.
We have completely agree with a special procedure to elect this RD again, and we are going to do it finally in May when we go the World Health Organization will take his National Assembly. So I think General Assembly, I mean.
After the video conference, the public health boss proceeded with another meeting, this time with public health stakeholders of the littoral region. Here, it was questioned to evaluate the first result of the implementation phase of the emergency medical aid system in the city of Douala. Effectively launched on June 18, 2024, SAMU, which is at its first pilot phase in some hospitals in the economic capital, has already received more than 5,000 emergency calls, 4.3% of which were requests for assistance. Despite the impressive result, challenges remain at the level of finance and insufficient ambulance to meet up with demand. On that note, measures are taken.
I think we have agreed that we are going to do more efforts and to call for the private sector to come and invest in this project in order to to secure our compatriots in this region.
Beyond its pilot phase in Douala, the project will gradually extend to other regions and cities in the country. To wrap up his tour, Minister Manauda Malashi and his delegation paid a surprise visit at the Newberg District Hospital, where he met the staff, functional units, and went around the facility. He called on the administration to upgrade the physical as well as hygiene and sanitation aspects of the hospital, promising to return again to ensure the recommendations given are implemented.
Thank you very much, Linda Obumneke. And now let's come back to the energy crisis that Cameroon is facing, as unprecedented power cuts have become the lifestyle of Cameroonians. Marie Vandongo.
Effectivement, Nadine Mebounet, nous en parlions déjà il y a quelques minutes. Le Cameroun qui est confronté à une crise énergétique sans précédent. Les coupures d'électricité fréquentes et parfois prolongées sont devenues le quotidien de nombreux Camerounais. Cette situation a des répercussions importantes sur l'économie et la vie quotidienne des populations. En guise d'explication, le ministre de l'Eau et de l'Énergie, Gaston Elundo Essomba, révèle que les causes de cette crise sont multiples. Il a abordé la forte croissance de la demande, la production hydroélectrique dépendante des aléas climatiques et des investissements insuffisants dans le secteur énergétique. Larissa Libom souligne quelques points évoqués.
Et de Dibamba depuis septembre 2024. Le Cameroun, fortement dépendant de l'hydroélectricité, se trouve face à un défi majeur. Les variations climatiques telles que les sécheresses